Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or, if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
Oh, hi. Sean, you've been gone so long, you forgot to do the peace sign. Come on.
I'm still out here trying to do Twitter stuff. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know how to do this. How do you do this?
How do you do this thing? You've been gone for a little while. Good to have you back. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you.
Hi.
I feel like I'm intruding. You guys have had such a good thing going for so long. Yeah, I'm like,
You can't sit with us.
do I belong here? Seat's taken.
Good to see you, man. Good to see everybody here in the chat. We are pardon our dust, everybody. We are trying out some new software watching us live here on YouTube. So let us know if anybody needs to go up or down, if like there's any, let us know. Chat, let us know, because we're figuring some stuff out. We're testing some things. We're fiddling with some knobs. Sean's like showing off the chat over here, popping off. Good to see everybody tonight. I see Robby Miller here in the chat. Well, let me get into a little housekeeping. Big shout outs to Robby Miller, man, who came in platinum producer there at the patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. Big shout outs to our boy RBM. Good to see you here tonight, my friend. And look at that fancy there on the screen. You get a little banner there talking about the Nintendo Drive post show, which we do record a whole other podcast after this podcast. And 7-day free trial, patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. Check it out. Yeah.
Feels like the news with like the banner going across the bottom.
We just want more graphics. We're gonna
more things.
I know,
Sean comes back and it's like more.
I got buttons. I got graphics. No dark mode here, so we're blinding Lachlan with the layout here. It's all in bright mode. So.
I could turn my studio light off. I could just use the light mode on this website.
Mm-hmm. I hate it.
It's fancy stuff. Okay, so big shout outs to Robby Miller. Join the Patreon. Lots of good stuff going on over there. Also, one thing that happened. So we're gonna pin tonight's topic, of course, but tonight's topic was inspired by the PlayStation Drive, the PlayStation show on the Carpool Gaming Network, of course, where they talked about their favorite games. An excellent episode of the PlayStation Drive that everybody should check out. But it was funny. Sean and I wound up like live, like doing a watch party in the Discord of that show, and it was really fun. Yeah, and we have done that before. We were like, let's just pop into the Discord and just watch our own stuff. Just why not, man? And we were thinking
like Carpool. Let's just bring a whole bunch of friends and watch their content. We'll hang out together. It's a good time.
It's a good time. The reason I bring this up at all is because it was so much fun, and we were all sort of just like saying aloud, like, y'all could do this if y'all wanted
Anyone
to.
Could do it.
Anybody could do it. Just throw it live, like whenever we're live here on youtube.com/Carpool Gaming, just like throw it up in the Discord, do a little watch party. I want to encourage this from the community and hang out. You're all here watching it anyways. Why not do it together, right?
Just go hang out.
Yeah. Throw that up, throwing that out there into the ether. And last little piece of housekeeping, I wanted to throw it to Lachlan because y'all are doing something pretty fun this week. Tell them.
I caught the ball.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Throw it to her.
Thanks.
So Bowser and myself, we are going to be streaming their Peach game, Peje. Showtime.
Peje.
Princess Peje.
Princess Peje.
Peje Showtime on Friday, or Chiride, as Seth likes to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Bowser and I took the whole day. We took vacation. We took time off. I'm gonna scour Walmart, Target, and GameStop on Friday, on the morning of, to
And
get
hope.
the game. I'm sure it'll be available. I don't think it's going to be flying off the shelves as much as other games, so I feel pretty confident that I can get it physically. If not, digital will just be my fallback option. But I'm going to be getting it the morning of, and we are going to start 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 Pacific. So that's 11 a.m. my time. So I'm going to be a little sleepy probably still, because I like my sleep. If I don't have to work, I like to
You
sleep
guys
in,
can
y'all.
choose the time.
Yeah,
know.
it's your choice.
I know. Bowser will have a fresh tattoo that she got the day before, so that's her comment of being writhing in pain, but she'll
I
be
was
there.
a little worried when she said that. I was like, what? I was going to ask.
Yeah, she's
Her
getting
new
a
face
fresh
tattoo.
tat. Mhm,
Get
mhm,
it.
yep.
Let's
Teardrop.
go.
Yeah.
Oh no.
With Peach in it, like Peach's face is in
Yeah.
it.
Yep. She's getting Peach's crown tattooed onto the top of her head. That's what
yeah.
she's
Oh my
doing.
God.
You know,
What if she
2D.
like started getting scales like Bowser, like looking more
That'd
like
actually be
Bowser?
kind of sick, though. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't encourage that. No, I don't think that would look cool. I mean,
Okay,
like, do
Dad.
whatever you want out there.
I'm probably
Dad,
getting
come
a
on.
tattoo
Oh yeah,
this
you getting
weekend.
some scales on your face, Amanda.
Come on, Dad. Lighten up.
It's cool.
dude,
All the
Little
cool kids
Stella
are
under
doing
her
it.
head.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
What do
Why
I
not?
know?
But we're going to be playing it
Anyway.
over on twitch.tv/Carpool Gaming Live. So be there or be working. I don't know. Just watch the stream while you work. It's fine.
Don't work.
It's
Only
true.
watch.
Or don't. Yeah. You know, if you don't want that job anymore, just stop working and watch us stream.
Just quit.
That's what I did.
It's more
Yeah,
important.
why not?
Yeah.
Worked out for me.
That
Not
I
well,
can get
but
on
it-
board with.
yeah, that's
I'm
right.
excited about it.
Okay,
I'm
Dad.
excited.
Just quit.
Excited.
Just quit.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool to see some of the ladies of Carpool playing Peje, that Princess Peje.
Peach.
If Amanda was in
looking forward to
town, Amanda would have joined us as well, but
Mm-hmm.
she's got
Well,
cooler things going on.
yeah, I'll be away at, right? You said Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be away at PAX East and then shipping myself to Florida. So
Oh,
bye.
like the person, Flo Rida.
Yeah.
Like
Him and I, real tight.
besties.
Besties.
That's funny. Okay. So what time is that again, Lachlan? You said it was 12 p.m. Eastern?
12 p.m.
Noon
Eastern.
Pretty
9
early.
Yeah, noon.
Bright and early.
For me, it is. Gosh darn it. 11 a.m. Central and then 9 a.m. Pacific. So
Just give it in every time zone. Real
yeah, why
quick.
not?
Have you just list it
Fulia, what
off?
is that? What is that? Saturday?
What
in
is
the
that in
afternoon?
Australian? Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. on Sunday in Australia
don't know.
somehow.
Chunday.
Yeah. I think you, thank you for the correction, Amanda.
I
That's
got
right.
you. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
That could be
Well,
Monday. I don't like that. It could be Monday. I know you're talking about Sunday, but that sounds like it could be
I
Monday
think-
too.
Yeah,
I
like
think
I think we need to make...
Chon
Sunday.
Day.
No, I
Chon
think...
Day.
Well, the thing is, I think there needs to be a delineation. One of them needs to be Chuanday, and one of them needs to be Chunday,
Oh no.
right?
What?
That's what
I
I
like
think.
I like where your head's at. Very creative. I like that.
Yeah.
I just like Thursday and
Thursday
Tuesday.
and Tuesday. Yeah.
I like those.
Saturday.
You don't
good.
like Chew
Saturday's good.
Wednesday?
It's like every
Chew
second
Wednesday
day.
is maybe my
Wednesday is a
favorite.
Oh,
staple.
Chew Wednesday is actually a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe my favorite.
Can we start
I really like
tying it to holidays too?
Like
Like
Chew
turning-
Halloween.
Churistmas.
Chew Halloween.
Chew Halloween.
Chew Halloween.
Schweister Day.
Say-
Chew Arbor Day.
Say, how did
Chew
you say
April Fool's
Patrick's
Day?
Day?
I'm gonna take a 1 month hiatus now, starting today.
No, don't go. Stay. We need you.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Okay.
we say it's a mental break, but it's really just a break from each other. Actually, it's just like get me away from these people for a little bit.
I feel more mental now than then.
Yeah, that's
feel
'cause I'm
worse.
back. Instead of me being in the chat causing a ruckus, I'm here just saying the things that I would normally be peppering into the chat.
You're back,
Can't
baby.
wait.
I'm back.
You're
Yeah.
back.
Can't wait.
Well, I mean, Sean, let's get into it. Let's start with you. You've been gone, and we're happy to have you
Since you've
back.
been
Obviously,
gone.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
my
Since you've
voice is
been
gone. I wanted
gone.
to go full Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. Yeah, but you've got
Wait,
some
what did you say?
updates. You've been doing some stuff
Oh
while
my
you've
gosh.
been gone, Sean.
Guys, I took some time actually off work as well I've been off work since the 9th. So I've been off
Yes.
most of March. This has been
Oh, you
awesome.
took my birthday off. I feel
I
so
did.
honored.
I
Wow.
did. Yep.
Wow.
Totally was
Okay.
sending you
Planned.
stuff all day,
Mhm.
etc. But I've been sick
Mhm.
the whole time, as you're hearing. Like I don't know if it's just in my head, but I don't feel still all that great. My voice still isn't quite there. So I would say bedridden, but like recliner ridden for 4 days straight, which had me. Let me see. I think I put in 45 plus hours into Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Let's go.
Over 4 days. Like it was 10 plus hour days, you guys. And went from my play clock went from somewhere around like 43 or 44 hours or something like that. And I completed the game at 90 hours. So
yeah, dude,
your boy comes back because I got to a point where I was like, oh, I can actually do this. I know, wave the flags.
They're waving the flag. Yeah, very enthused.
The white flags. The white flags.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to find a clip. If only I had time to do this. There was a moment when Amanda was playing the game early on when we first.
You were on break.
I know, this is sarcastic / sarcasm. I wanted to find the moment where Amanda was playing, and I'm like, "There's no way she beats me. There's no way she completes the game before." Now, I didn't expect to be playing the game until March. To be honest with you, like we started the Xenobabe thing back in whatever it was, November, I think, maybe
October.
October,
Right before the holidays,
right before right before Extra Life, I think, because weren't we all playing it on the train as we were going in and out to Extra Life?
That's right.
Might have been a thing.
Were we?
I've slept since then.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so yeah, that's kind of the point. It's been months, but in any case, it just kind of had like this one of those days where I just kept playing and got to the end of chapter 5, which for anybody who has played this game, that's the moment. That's when it all like really clicks. You know, I think one of the last times I was on the show is like I got to a point where I'm not sure where it's going here, there, and it was one more chapter after that when it's like, okay, I see what this game is laying out. I see. And as it turns out, I think that was like kind of the full sort of like complexity of what was going to happen. You know, there is pretty much, I think that was the rest of the game kind of like played out, but that was the moment it makes it all worth playing for. You know, like that was dozens and dozens of hours. And that's just a classic RPG thing. Like all you got to do, just play the first 50 hours and then it gets good. Luckily it was captivating before that point, but that was just an absolutely astonishing moment in gaming. And I adore this game. Like, I'm so glad that this was the one that kind of captured the community and a lot of us as well. I have a couple of songs from the soundtrack just consistently on loop in my head. I've been listening to the soundtrack nonstop since I finished playing it. I'm going back and rewatching all the cutscenes. There's a couple of good compilations on YouTube that put all the cutscenes together. One of them I think includes the future. What's the DLC called?
Future Redeemed.
Redeemed. Thank you. And I think it's 19 hours long of cutscenes. No gameplay at all, just cutscenes. And so I'm watching the one that's 13 hours, and it's like, okay, this makes sense. If I spent 90 hours playing this thing and a dozen or so was cutscenes, I totally makes sense. But honestly, like, this is something that I could probably go on for way too long. A, I haven't been on the show, and B, just like that's all I've been like obsessing about. And I think, Seth, like, I think we're gonna have to set up one of those things you did with Tears of the Kingdom with Todd.
Yeah, baby.
Get a few people in the community, spoiler cast. Like, let's just like hash through it. I know Lachlan will totally be there. Just telling us all about her experience.
The endless
7
now
chapters of this game.
Yeah.
One slight complaint though. I was on Twitter here.
Oh, slight one.
Yeah, the slight complaint. Probably the worst boss battle in the history of boss. This is absolutely, it's terrible. And so, Amanda, I think you're like you're at the second last boss. It's like tortoise in the hair. You know what I mean? Just like you sprinted, you just got tired at the end. And
it's not a sprint. It's
a
marathon.
It was
just managed to crawl right
I think
by
it was just the fact that because I couldn't I shouldn't say that. I could stream it, but I chose not to because so many of them, my community hadn't been a part of it. And then honestly, yeah, I just got sucked into other stuff. TBH, I was kind of fed up of trying to beat the boss and it didn't work. And I decided to get mad at Yoshi instead. But I do plan to, I have a 3-hour plus flight coming up. So I'm planning on playing it then. And maybe in 3 hours I'll beat it. I don't know. It's difficult to say.
Just sit there on the plane and weep in front of others.
I'll weep in front of the person next to me and they'll be like, "Are you okay, man?
Have you played this game?"
Be like, "Have you played this game before?"
Let me tell you all about Xenobabes.
Let me tell you all about it. How many hours you got?
I have had a lot of time to sort of like think and reflect on the experience though. Cause like right afterwards, I'm like, I'm done. I'm out of this game. This boss was terrible. The last couple hours, like truthfully, like, and I have a lot of really good things to say about this game, but the last couple of hours of this experience, awful. And so like, Amanda, you've been through probably part of it. And Lachlan, if you continue on, like, you'll see what I mean. I think Seth, you agree. I think you're with me on this. Like, this is,
yeah.
You know, a lot of people have a lot of love for this game. And if you've played it, it's like, it's hard to not like portions of it, but that's kind of just where I'm at with it. There was hours upon hours of like, this is it. This is there's one point where Noah actually says, this will be our last battle. And there's at least more boss battles after that. It's like, dude, this is brutal. But I don't want to color the conversation too negatively because I've been thinking about it ever since. I was playing through most of the game thinking, I think I still like the first one better than the third one. And now I just don't know, you guys. I saw a couple of the people in the community get the Noah and Mio amiibos and kind of want them now. Like those two characters are so special. And it does take until probably chapter 5 for me to like feel that way. Man alive, I could go on and on. You guys are just very kind. Just let me just ramble on here, but goodness gracious, I'm so happy that I did it. I get to cross it off the list. We're going to come up with whatever game is next. That's also the thing. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next. But I did it. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Dang,
you should have done a clip of like actually crossing it off when you finished it.
Just slowly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Just like erasing it.
Yeah.
Too late now.
Yep,
Missed
opportunity.
opportunity.
Can't undo that.
Your ex post is already out there.
Yeah, definitely. I know my whiteboard.
It's only
dry
a
erase board.
Yeah, Yon 32. I think we do need to do that spoiler cast. I think that'll be good. There's so much to get into, and yeah, like it really isn't until like you get to the end of chapter 5 and like the totality of everything like actually kind of realizes itself, and you're like, oh, like that's kind of what's going on. Yeah, it's a great game, but the ending is so bad. Like and I don't mean like the ending cutscene. The ending cutscene is amazing.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But beautiful, you'll cry, like it's a gorgeous ending, but everything leading up, like the 3 to 5 hours leading up to it, god awful. So bad.
Yeah.
And like I was saying it at the time, it was validating to hear you say this in 2024, because when the game came out, I was saying this and everybody's like, "Oh no, you're over exaggerating it," and blah blah blah. I'm like, "No, it sucks. It's bad."
Yeah.
So
it's not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
But thanks, I really want to finish the game now.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's the tricky part, and that's why I'm like, I don't want it to be like overly negative here, because the game, by the time like what you can play this game for twice as long as I played it. Like you can get up to 200 hours on this thing. And as I started to do that, I was just going through the motions. I'm like, oh, another battle, another story, just kind of like, all right, I'll go here. And once I kind of got to that point, I was like, maybe I should start to mainline it towards the end here, because the side quests could just go on forever.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes, Amanda.
Question.
From the press pool.
What level were you at the end?
Do
you remember?
I think I finished at like 77 or something like that.
No
76.
wonder I can't beat that person.
I started to
like level 68.
I mean, that's not too far off. Like that's not too
You can
bad.
get there.
I also, the game, man, I have so many bad things to say about the ending, because it glitched out on me where my party members stopped attacking or doing anything at all.
I know.
And I should give more of like a reason why the ending is so bad. It's the end boss is endless. It's like the most classic JRPG trope in the world. It's like, haven't reached final form yet, and there's still more. And they take away all your powers, and just like you're chipping away at this ridiculous health bar. And so it wasn't hard. Like they weren't killing me, but it was taking forever and ever. And then the first time I looked away 1 second, come back, and you one shot, and we were all dead. Second time I tried it, all my characters glitched out and couldn't do any damage. So I was like, third time, I just switched it to easy and flipped it to the end. That was fine. So I did finish the game. If that's an asterisk anybody needs to hear,
Sure.
I did finish it on easy, only for the final boss, just to finish it.
Just to do it.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Yeah, that last boss battle it's not very good. The overall like big bad isn't really all that compelling either, but like why they're doing what they're doing is
it's a stupid villain.
fascinating.
Yeah.
But the why, like all of it is so good. But anyway, very good. Very happy.
I mean, like, it's also in the grand scheme of like a 200-hour game. If the last, like, it's the fact that it's at the end. Like, it's the fact that it's at the very end, and it puts that bad taste in your mouth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wycliffe looks like she's trying to hold back saying something over there.
I just, like, Sean says all that. He says, but I loved it. I'm like,
I did. That's the thing. And I'm like, I'm trying to be, like, I'm obviously going on and on here, so I'm trying to, like, wrap it up here. But at the same time, it's like, there's so much to cover here. You know, like, it's a 100-hour game. There's lots. So, but what you're left with is a bad boss battle. So that's what I last played. You know?
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to put that spoiler cast on the books. Yeah.
If there's going to be a date for that, I will try my best.
Towards it.
Yeah.
If I have a deadline, it's easier for me to, like, I purchased and finished the Backtrackers game like 2 games ago within the same week of them having the thing that Saturday. But that's a short game. But
yeah,
if there's a deadline, I do better.
I just knew Amanda. I knew Amanda knew I was close, and so by that time, I was like, I gotta finish this thing. Like if you just like picked it up, you could have beat me at any point. So I had pressure.
No, because that requires me to have time, and I don't have any time at the moment. And I'm hooked. I'm hooked on something else right now. I am just all
Let's
in.
go. Yes. Okay. Well, Sean, was there any other than Xenoblade? Was there anything else on the dock? It was just gamer hours playing Xenoblade for like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, no, I think that was pretty much it. Yep.
Yeah, just Xenoblade and Dragon Ball.
Oh, dude, I just got the whole 2-screen setup going on, watching tons of Dragon Ball. Oh, it was so good. Yes, watched a ton, hours upon hours of Dragon Ball Super. I go back to work tomorrow for the first day. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. Like, I'm done with working. Like I said, we're all just quitting our jobs, guys. Yeah, I quit.
Yeah, I'm over this.
Just
no, I don't
15-hour days of video games, like from morning until night, you guys. Like, it was awesome. Like, this is incredible.
No. I mean, yes, but also no. Oh.
They're probably
fine.
kicking somewhere. Yeah,
they're
they're upstairs. Yeah.
They are.
They're up there. Okay. Well, let's go clockwise then. Let's Amanda, you said you've been addicted to something. What has been going on in your world?
I'm into the Monster Hunter stories too. That's where you can find me. What a good game. I will say, only complaint at the moment is that it's very Pokemon-esque in the sense that sometimes it's hard to avoid enemies and then you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. But what a good game. What a cute game. I love that there was character customization in the beginning. There's a daddy in there, which a lot of people are like, I'm like, yeah, 100% he's a daddy.
The chief?
Yeah, Chief Gara, daddy, 100%. And it's good. It's entertaining. I loved this beginning cutscene. This was incredible with the singing and whatnot. And it's just overall a really, really cute game. So I'm really loving it. I love it way more than I loved Yoshi by far. And it's just nice to play a different story, switch it up a little bit. Persona's been fun. I'm still playing Persona 5 Royal. But it's nice to play a little cutesy little anime thing. I love it.
It's very anime.
Very anime. Look at, and then you can hatch monsties, which I keep naming them terrible names. Yeah, I'm really loving it.
Nice. I've been playing it too. Amanda, for those who don't know the lore, Amanda was in one of my streams one time, and we both decided to buy this game together so that we could do co-op whenever we're able to access the co-op dungeons or whatever. So I started playing it. When Amanda said she was going to start, I was like, I'm going to start too. So yeah, I think you're playing on Switch, right?
Yep. Yeah, so, and it runs well on the Switch, like no complaints, honestly. I think it runs really well.
How far into it are you? It does not. It does not run well.
Look. I'm not super far in, but it's a
Yeah,
good
second-
game. It's
for, like,
cute.
the
You know what?
second
Keep
town,
your
you get to it,
opinions
but-
to yourself. This is a cute,
If it
adorable
runs
game.
well is not an opinion.
Look at the cuties. Look at the cuties in this game. Don't
There's
even.
no argument there. It's a
Okay.
beautiful game. I really enjoyed this game. I've been like,
Yeah.
I played it. It's good. I was just addressing the how does it run. That's all.
It runs pretty well. I mean, I'm not having any issues.
Neither am I. I have not gotten to. Yeah, Ryan points out the city. Sean said,
Yeah.
like, wait until you get to the second. I've not. Have you gotten to a second town? I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I'm
really
in
supposed to
the
show up.
Everden. I'm like going through some of those. And fighting monsters that are way too powerful. It's fine. We're doing great. We're awesome. So the only thing I get like confused about, and I didn't know this at first, and I think I had asked you, Seth, in my chat, and then you were like, I don't know, I haven't played it. I was like, oh,
I hadn't
sheesh.
played it at that time. Yeah.
When you're taking the eggs from the nest, I wish that there was an easier way to like swap it out, because sometimes you can click to like go again, and you'll
Yeah.
pick up the same looking egg, and I'm like, but I want a different one. I don't want that one. And then suddenly Naviru's like, they're all gone. And I'm like, I guess you're stuck with this thing.
It's a random roll, I think. I think it's
I
just like
guess.
whatever one you pick up, I think is random. Yeah, because I got to the point that I saw you on your stream when you got like the rare egg, like the golden egg.
But I haven't
I got
hatched
to
it
that
yet.
point. I got to that point and I did not, there was no rare egg for me. It was all just the janky, dumb little eggs. So
Yeah. So I got one rare egg, but I haven't hatched him yet. So I don't really know what he looks like, but I need one that swims. Apparently, I don't have anything that swims.
Same.
Anything I'm given doesn't swim. And I'm like, okay, when do we get one that swims? And the only other thing that's confusing is sometimes it's hard to tell if a monstie is holding something, because then there's a different method you have to go through to like beat that, like to break it out of their hands. So sometimes I get confused with that, but otherwise, like, I love it. I call Ranmar grandma because it sounds like grandma, but it's
is,
fun.
yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm glad I picked up this game. It's still on sale, I think. It's like 25% off, but yes, Sean with his hand up.
Hi. Question from the press pool, Sean Capri from Carpool Gaming. Amanda, how are you enjoying the cradle robbing in the game?
Well,
Stealing babies from their moms?
I like to think that they were mine to begin with. And they
Okay.
have a better life with me
Okay.
than they do
Yeah,
with the
okay.
scary
good
monster. So
justification. That's a good
Yeah.
answer. That's a good answer.
I named my first one Seitan, not Satan, Seitan, which is a vegan meat substitute, if you don't know, because that was the name of my horse in Zelda. So I think I'm going to name them all after vegan foods and meats. So my first one was named Seitan, and he's spicy.
I
That's
thought it
for
was
sure.
A Dragon Ball reference.
That's what I
Mr.
thought
Satan.
too. Mr.
No.
Satan, yeah.
Mhm.
Or,
No.
or Hercule here in the States. Yeah.
No,
Very good.
Seitan. And then still playing Fortnite. I was literally playing Fortnite earlier today. And we've been playing at work. We're doing Fortnite Fridays. So our little gaming club that we have at work, we get together in our Discord that we have. And we've been playing Fortnite Fridays. So I've been playing with a bunch of people that I don't normally get to play with, and squatting up and getting better and having
Let's
fun.
go.
And that's it. And so hopefully I'll play Xenoblade when I'm on the plane this weekend. And I will have my Switch with me. So I'll be on vacation for a whole week. So,
Nice.
Sean, maybe I will catch up if I'm not sunbathing. I guess
I'm
I'll
on
do
to
it
the
as a
next.
sun-
I'm on to whatever's next. We're doing something.
Wow.
else.
Okay.
Xenoblade
Another
2.
one,
go.
babe.
On to Xenoblade 2.
Hey,
Bye. See ya.
fire it up.
Yep, I've already got it.
I'll be in the
Or Mario
sunshine.
RPG. Okay, that's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
We're still not due for any sunshine out here for a couple 6 weeks or so.
Sucks.
Sucks to you.
Sucks.
I got Locklip to laugh. When? Ooh, Sean.
That's a good way to do it. Making fun of Sean's a good way to get Locklith.
100% will
okay.
get a laugh out of me.
Locklith, what have you been playing, my friend? What's going on?
More of the Eastward Octopia DLC. We actually got kind of far. We actually have, like, I didn't know what to expect because I have not watched any gameplay of the DLC. I've not seen anyone else play it. So it is, like, for the first time in a long time, a game that, outside of, like, small indie games, a game that I'm actually, like, experiencing like without seeing anything. It's wild. Like I follow so many content creators that play similar games to me. A lot of the times I've seen some footage of them playing the game as I'm playing it. So this is the first time that I'm literally just experiencing the game. And I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Haven't gotten to like mining or anything. I know there's an area it hasn't unlocked yet, but we upgraded the home recently. There's some new people in town. My foot is cramping as I'm talking for some reason.
Oh no!
Holy
Oh
crap.
no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Get this woman a banana or something.
I need
Help.
a
Eat a
pickle.
banana.
Amanda,
Eat a
help
banana.
her.
Yeah.
911.
Amanda.
Hello.
911.
Okay.
Oh no!
We're good.
Is
We're
there a
good.
doctor
We're
in the
good.
stream? Is there a doctor in the chat?
I almost like keeled over. That hurt. Okay. Anyways, back to this game. I am building a barn, so I should have my first pig soon. I've got a chicken coop.
Oh.
So like we've opened up the basement. Like we can have like soda machines and like just cutesy little like machines to make like different drinks and other things. You can pickle things. Very Stardew-esque, but like steampunky. But I like it a lot. It's I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at holiday. Wow. But I'm
dude.
enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm strictly playing it on stream just so we can get through it. Yes, Amanda.
I have a quick question. In the video, it looked like there was a guy following you or leading you. Is that normal? What is that?
Oh, so you play as John, who's the big guy with the beard.
Oh.
It's basically Seth.
Yeah.
And then you have a little girl named Sam, who in the main Eastward game, they kind of are a unit as well. It's almost like the
It's like The Last of Us.
yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
father figure watching over the little girl type of thing. And so Sam helps you like as you hoe the field, she plants the seed.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so she kind of interacts a little bit too. Sean,
Sean,
it's a
stop
child.
making faces. Stop
Just
that.
hoeing.
I wasn't the only one.
I was with
It wasn't
them.
just
I was
me.
with them.
I know.
Yeah.
The two men, please stop.
Talking about the hoe in the fields over here, and we're
Oh,
not
dear
gonna
God.
do anything. Oh my God.
911, are you still there? Help
I
us,
know.
please.
I don't even know why I'm back. Actually, Amanda said don't come back last week.
Sean, did you have a question though? A legitimate question?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's
You
just
just
talking
had your
about
arm
how I feel.
up.
Just
Yeah,
had
you
my
raised
hand-
your hand at one point.
You
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I was
You
probably just
forgot.
me being flamboyant and whatnot.
I was probably just
Just
doing the
talking with my
Muppet
hands.
thing.
He doesn't know what to do with
My
his
Muppet
hands now that
thing.
he's back. He's like,
It's the Muppet Show. Kermit
God.
falling out of the hole. Yeah, very good. Yeah, you're
So
further than me.
Autopia is
in
fun.
this.
Man, they hate me so much.
I don't.
looks like a great game.
It is. It's like so this is Stardew Valley week, y'all. The 1.6 update came out today.
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 On PC
Yes,
it did.
literally the 19th today on PC. So I'm on I'm playing it on Switch, and that's the only place I have it. So I have to wait, unfortunately. I'll probably stream some more Stardew later this week, but Octopia has kind of been that little filler, the filler queen game for me.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Very good.
And then the other game is Metamorphosis. I'm still getting through that one.
Bug game. Bug's
Yeah.
Life.
It's like a
Like-
Bug's
Yeah.
Life. There's a mystery going on. You're essentially trying to become human again, and at the same time, you're trying to save your friend who is still a human that might be turned into a bug just like you. You catch glimpses of like him talking to an attorney and like he's gonna go to court soon, and that's like your contract that was getting attached to the boat if you're all are watching the YouTube stream of
Ooh.
this. So you have to keep your contract with you once you locate it so that it'll help you become human again.
This is not what I pictured for this game at all. I feel
Same.
very uncomfortable.
I might
What was
have
that old
to read the
man?
trailer.
With- Yeah,
The old
I
man
feel
was
very-
that old man was the lawyer.
I feel so uncomfortable.
It's like it's a platformer. It's a 3D platformer. There's some slight puzzles. It's not too difficult. It's
Ew.
just platforming a lot of the time. But there's a lot of talking, and the part that did creep me out, but I got weirdly used to it, is like the bug dialect. Like It sounds awful. Like, think of how bugs would talk to themselves. Like, I can't even like mimic the sounds. You can turn it down,
wish you
of
would.
course, because I'm sure some people would be very creeped out by it. But like, eventually, I got used to it, and I play the game in bed with like my headphones on, like just vibing. Like,
Just chilling.
I didn't
huh?
like your
Yeah.
bug legs. That was
Yeah,
weird.
skittering.
You
I didn't like
see-
that either. Yeah.
you're in first person, so you see the little bug legs like walking. You get
Stepping
used
on
to
the
it.
butter.
Yeah. You almost get eaten
Ew.
by the
Sean,
lawyer
maybe
at one
that's the
point.
game you should play next.
Can't buy it.
Metamorphosis.
I don't have it.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
got my whole list going on.
So now you're trying to
Amanda, have I
encourage him
told
to
you
buy
that I'm not
stuff?
actually buying new games this year? There's a lot of
Stupid
different ways
me.
that I can play games. But
Stupid
Breaking
me. How could I
news.
forget? Well, here's the
Write that
thing,
down.
because there's always seems to be a loophole, and you always seem to end up with something else. So I figured maybe it would end up in your library anyway.
that's true.
Yes, Lachlan.
I feel like there's a new loophole that has immersed
There is.
recent
Yes.
on Steam and Rybo. I'm looking at you. Do not add Sean to your family. I swear to God.
Oh.
I already got an
I
invite.
swear to God, if
I
you
already got an
do,
You better
he has
deny
more
that invite.
free games you can play. Because he's a
Shout
part
out
of
to
a
Donnie Reese.
family.
Shout out to Donnie Reese from PSVG. Sent me an invite instantly as soon as this was
Jesus
a thing.
Christ.
Asked me to
Donnie.
join his
Oh,
family.
man.
But this is important. I was not able to accept the invite. Okay, so this is not a thing for me.
Yeah, but
because I live
Rybo's
in a
in
different
Canada.
country. Yeah, so it's
That's
like,
why
wait
I
a
was looking at
second.
Rybo.
Rybo, run away. What are you doing?
I wonder how that
Stop.
worked. We're close.
Rybo
but,
loves
like,
it.
Yeah,
We're
They love
close,
it.
but are you that
Right.
close?
yeah. I mean, closer
Yeah.
than Donnie.
They went to the movies.
We saw Oppenheimer together.
Yeah.
I was late.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Rybo,
loophole.
please. For the
Yeah,
love
that
of
is
God.
definitely a new loophole. Mm-hmm.
Gosh. It's gonna be all
Well-
like cozy, like farming simulator.
Yeah, all of his simulator
Yeah.
games. Mm-hmm. Ranch
You'll
No,
never
after
know.
work encouraging this in the chat. Please stop. No.
A free subscription to Rybo Pass.
No. Yo. No.
I just gotta
Pretty
say, like,
good.
it's March and I haven't even come close to buying a game.
I'm not worried about you. I think you're going to
Yeah,
be
I'm
totally
good.
fine.
I'm
I think
good.
you're good. Yep. I think you're good. I
Space
feel
Marine
like
2.
until there's some tastier stuff coming out later in the year.
Still
Maybe
got
it's
a-
easy
I
to
still
say.
got a voucher. I still got a voucher for
Yeah.
an eShop. So that's my
Mhm.
buffer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can use it once.
You
Yeah.
haven't played anything else, Sean? Anything else new besides Xenobabe?
I haven't bought
Anything?
anything new. No.
Have you played anything new, Sean? For free?
Oh, you know what I wanted to tell you guys? I did
Oh,
get a
what?
code.
What?
what?
Oh, for what? For what?
for-
I know what you're gonna say. For what? Because I saw it.
What is it? What
Go ahead. The
Star
floor is
Wars
yours. Yep.
Battlefront Classic
Oh,
Collection.
there it is. Whoop, there it
I
is.
knew it.
Yep,
I knew
we
it.
did get a code
Dear
from ID at
God.
Xbox on that. We get all the ID at Xbox.
Xbox, stop it. Stop,
They don't have it.
please.
I can't play it. I literally can't play. They don't have inverted
Good.
controls. I can't play it. I have to
Oh,
delete
good.
it.
Oh.
So,
Dang.
just
That
that's my
sucks.
big knock. I know there's other reasons why people aren't liking that game, but I can't play because you can't invert the controls. I'm just sitting there, just like staring up at the sky the whole time.
Well, why don't you just get used to it and try it out?
I can't.
Why
This
don't
is
you just get
why don't you
used
just
to
get
it?
used to it?
Well,
yeah.
not like that. I just mean
Mhm.
like, I mean, it's a game that you got for free per your rules. So like, why not try it out?
I tried. I really did try, but I was staring at the sky the whole
It's too
time.
Tried
bad,
so
yeah, that's
hard and
too
got
bad
so
he's-
far. And in the end, it didn't even matter.
Didn't even matter. Mhm.
It's too bad he's never thought of that.
I
Like,
know,
in all
right?
these
That'd be so
years,
much
like-
easier just to play.
Have you
But know,
tried getting good?
same goes for Wind Waker. I haven't played Wind
Yeah.
Waker because I can't invert the controls. So
Yeah.
giant shame.
Don't hate on my game like that.
Yeah.
I just said I can't invert the controls. You guys are.
It's just
What's
the way the
going on
brain
here?
is wired. He
Do I have
can't
to start a new
fix it.
show? I think I have to start a
That's-
different show. You guys can have this one. I'm out of here.
I just love how like I forgot about it until just now as we were talking about your no new games this year, not buying new games. And then I was like, wait a minute, what game was I seeing him play? I was playing
Yep.
my Switch and I was like, Sean's playing. What's he playing? Battlefront. And I was like, what's
Mhm. There's a
happening?
couple on Xbox. I'll talk about it on the Xbox, right? But there's a
Mhm.
there's a couple over there. There's another. Yeah. I'll save it for that show. I taled enough.
You can
I'm
tell
just
me.
upsetting you all. No, I don't want to.
This
Yeah,
is
I have an
safe
upsetting
Xbox
space,
now. You
Sean.
can tell me.
No,
You can tell me. This is safe.
we can just get to the
Xbox,
questions and
it's
end the
safe.
show if you guys want.
Well, I'll be brief with mine. So first of all, I'm reviewing a book right now, weirdly, which I've never done before. That's a little bit of a weird thing. I got sent Jordan Mechner, the creator of Prince of Persia's new book, which just came out I think today, and so I'm like reading that, and that's kind of a weird, fun experience to like review a book. I've never done
Good
that
words.
before.
Oh,
Great
that's
grammar.
cool. Good words.
But
Nice
it's also a
cover.
graphic novel. Like he drew it too. Like he wrote it and drew it. It's interesting.
that's
It's like
cool.
it's like an biography of like him and his journey making games, but also like his family, like his father and his grandfather who like survived like Nazi occupation in Austria and stuff, like crazy stuff. It's cool. It's called like Replay. I think it's called. It's pretty interesting. But the game that I'll shout out is a game called Rebel Transmute, which is a independent Metroidvania made by a solo developer. He's been working on it for the past like 5 years, and it is awesome. I really love it. I don't know if this is like an animated like thing that we're seeing here. The game does not look like this. It's like a pixel art thing. Yeah,
it's
it's
a
like a
trailer.
pixel art thing. Yeah, this is definitely like an animated trailer. I think it was on Kickstarter also, but it's like a pixel art sort of Metroidvania, very like no nonsense, but it's got the kind of interesting point of difference with it is in most Metroidvanias you get to a certain point, defeat a boss, collect a power, blah blah blah. And that happens here too. Yeah, here we go. This is what the game looks like.
Oh, it's a game that Atui made that's like this.
Zeo Drifter. Yeah.
Yes.
It does sort of look like that. Yeah. And but yeah, it's saying here adapt your playstyle. You collect these little augments, and there are dozens of them that change the way your gear loadout is. It's really cool. I've never really seen anything quite like it. And the closest thing I can think of is like Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, which just came out, kind of had with the amulets. You could kind of do that, but not this much customization. It's really neat. And again, solo dev, pretty big game too. I'm like 8 hours into it. I'm still not done. It's cool. I like it a lot. Good music, kind of a cool story. She's like looking for her mom, kind of like a personal story, and cool boss fights. And yeah, it's neat. Rebel Transmute. It is
Why did
real
her mom
good.
leave?
Well, so it sets up like her mom worked on this like mining planet or whatever that she's on, and there was a catastrophic event that supposedly killed everybody, but she picked up her mom's DNA signature and she thinks her mom is still alive. So she goes there in search of her mom. So yeah,
Looks so
it's
cute.
cool.
I love
Yeah, it's a
pixel
cool
art.
game.
Very
I
cute.
do too. Yeah, it's neat. If you're a Metroidvania fan, you should definitely check it out. It's cool.
That looks
I like
much
it.
better than whatever game you talked about last week. That game looked terrible.
Dude, he had to bring it up. He had to. He had to.
Sean,
go
the
for
giraffe
better.
game was cute. Okay.
Yeah. Castle
It
on
was
the
the-
Coast.
Toys R Us giraffe guy.
Exactly.
It was cute.
Did you see
Okay?
there was
Nostalgia.
somebody in the community who said that like that was their local hospital. Did you see that?
Oh,
Who was
yeah.
that?
Oh, that's cool. Way to
Yeah.
make me feel bad about saying bad stuff about
That's what you get.
I thought you were gonna say someone
Good
in the
job,
community like
Sean.
made that game, and it's like the one time that I go hard on a game. This
Dear
was
God.
awful.
Oh, it was Smoke and Joe, I think, or Smokeless Joseph, as they are in the Discord now. The giraffe in that game is the mascot to the children's hospital in my area. That's
cool.
really cool. I'm gonna have to pick this one up. Yeah, it's very cool. I like that game for $2.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Sean,
Sean couldn't
please.
resist the opportunity.
Lachlan and I are just having a conversation, just like mentally with each other over here. All good. We can have quiet conversations, the two of us. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's hit. We have a pretty big topic for tonight, and we're already running a little long. So I want to hit at least some of these questions here tonight before we get into it. Let's get into some of these here. The first one, and I think a pretty important one from Quaggy. How do you eat your leftover pizza? You don't have time to use the oven, toaster oven, or place your pizza on your NES, which has been on for 37 hours, because you're determined to beat that damn level in TMNT. Do you microwave it or eat it cold, and why is the answer eat it cold? So the question is basically, do you microwave your pizza or eat it cold? What do you think? Where y'all at on
Can I
this?
be honest with you guys? I didn't see this question in the chat or in the Discord earlier, but I did have pizza. leftover pizza earlier tonight, and I
And how
microwaved
did you
that
eat it?
sucker. I
How did
microwaved
you eat
it?
it?
Yeah, I did, but I have been known to eat many a slice of cold pizza. And the determining factor is, do I want to feel like I'm treating myself? In which case I will heat it up. And also, do I have time to like actually like, clean up afterwards? If I just want like it's
Right.
more of a snacky snack, just like reach in, grab the cold pizza, I'll go for it. But if I want to treat myself, it's just going to be a little greasier. It's just going to be a little dirtier. It's going to be a little nastier, but it tasted good. I'm hearing about this air fryer. People talk about the air fryer in the chat.
Well,
This is
Do you
Yeah.
not have an air fryer?
we do have an air fryer. I don't know how
okay.
it works.
It's also not the question. Like Quaggy's like, you don't have time to do anything but microwave it or eat it cold. Like, yeah, there are other ways to heat it up, of course.
How long would an air fryer take?
Probably
2
like
minutes.
3 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
Depending on what
I
kind
love
of
it.
air fryer you have.
You have time for like a 45-second microwave, but like 3 minutes out of the
I'm on the
question.
go. I'm on the go.
Definitely.
I got
things to do.
I gotta
Got a
get in
podcast
and get
to go
out.
record.
That's right.
I feel like
Yeah.
this is going to be the unpopular opinion, but I would say microwave. One, because the pizza place that I get my pizza from, their crust is always very tough. So I feel like it would be worse if it was cold. And I'm like a temperature person. So I like the warm pizza and then like a cold buffalo sauce. So I get like the hot and the cold. So that's what I would do. And, according to Quaggy, that's the wrong answer, but it's okay.
The textural contrast there. Go for it, Lachlan.
Lock it.
I'm going to say something controversial yet brave.
Do it.
I microwave most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm here for
Pizza.
it.
I know that.
That's not
about you.
controversial.
Anything-
Is there a controversial take here?
Yeah.
Ramen,
That's okay. You're just boiling
Yeah.
water.
but like everything is in the microwave. I don't have time for ovens. I don't have time for stovetop. No.
I think it's smart.
Oh.
Everything
Do you have an air
microwave-
fryer?
I do not.
Okay, you
not.
should get an air fryer. It'll change your life.
Have you checked under all those Squishmallows? You might
There's
have
probably
one.
one hiding in
Just
there.
one underneath there.
Just dive on in. You might come out with a new air fryer.
But
Yeah,
that's like the
for
thing
me,
I get roasted about is not roasting
Yeah.
my pizza in the oven.
That's
The
that's
oven
okay.
takes a while though.
I've never thought of putting leftover pizza in the oven. Like,
Oh
you're
yeah.
gonna fire up the oven
Sean,
for leftover like that's
some people
the,
do.
What?
To get
no,
it crispy.
Who's doing that? No,
That's what my
upsetting
husband
to me.
does. Yeah.
My
The
father.
whole oven?
Well, normally it's a
Yes.
toaster oven. I feel like the toaster oven is
Toaster
a
oven's
natural.
cool.
Toaster oven's
That's fine.
good.
Toaster oven's okay, but the
No,
whole
like turn the oven on,
like
Yeah, or
back-
that.
put the pizza in. It
set to
tastes
bake.
good. I do agree. It tastes good. It tastes better. But I am lazy AF, and I will choose
Fair.
microwave 100% of the time.
Well, my
You go,
thing
queen.
is, if I'm on that level of laziness, I will just eat it cold. Like I don't care. I'll just eat it cold if I'm that lazy. And also, I feel like this is so stupid and factually incorrect. But I feel like cold pizza, like somehow I feel healthier eating it. Like I don't know why.
Like,
Like
it's not
it's somehow,
greasy.
I guess, yeah. I just like it feels more fresh somehow. Yes, Amanda from the press pool.
Can I do a follow-up question to Quaggy's question? If you can only have, not including cheese counts, whatever, or doesn't count in this. If you could only have one topping on your pizza, what do you go with? Cheese is already included. So in addition
Yeah.
to
Oh,
the
I see.
cheese, you can only have one topping. What is it?
Mushrooms,
Yes, Lachlan. Same.
100%. I would eat just
100%.
mushroom cheese pizzas growing up. That was my
Yeah.
thing. I was
Same.
the weird kid that was like, I want just a mushroom pizza. No, not pepperoni. Nay, nay.
Nope.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
only.
Seth
Oh
and I
my
are
God,
deep
queen.
in thought on this. Like, keep talking because like,
Yeah.
like we need to land on an answer here.
I'm going back and forth in a few. Overall, I mean, does basil count? Like, I kind of
Sure.
like just a
Sure.
Yeah.
cheese basil, like a pizza margarita sort of thing. Yeah.
Well, now you're adding
I'm-
tomatoes. That's two things.
Well, the sauce has tomatoes.
Oh, well.
Like, it's a tomato sauce.
Wait a
Sure.
second. No, those are different. Those
This is
can't
some
say-
Naga Chaka logic right here. Like,
Oh,
we can't.
no.
No, he must
Oh,
be stopped.
no.
He must be stopped. Shout out to
Oh,
Bacon,
we'll get to that.
Mr. Pike in the chat. Yeah.
Sean, pick.
I think it's got to be pepperoni. Like, I know that's super basic, but
Ugh.
whatever.
Wrong
Yeah.
answer. Moving on.
I like pepperoni.
I do. Like, as an adult, I would probably choose a pepperoni pizza now, but like,
Wrong
thinking
answer.
back, mushroom,
going.
just
Keep it
Get off
going,
the
mushroom.
show.
Amanda.
Don't come back.
Yeah, I know.
Now, if we want to be fancy, artichokes.
I do like
Oh.
artichoke on a pizza. Yeah, that is good. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had
Okay.
artichokes on a pizza.
It's good.
It
I
is
think
good.
you
Don't
would like
blow
it.
kisses to Yo after work.
He's mine.
Stop that. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
Well, let's move on. We have
Yeah.
a question here from Yon32. Favorite Nintendo box art of all time?
Ooh.
Plus, under your honorable mentions. Can't recall if you've ever done this question before. Please skip if you have. I don't think we have done this before. This could be its own show topic. to
It
be
could
real.
actually. You know what? Next week,
I feel like
Should we
it should
pin it?
be. I'm
top
not
three
ready.
could do
box
that.
arts.
Okay. We can
That's
pin
a
it for
great.
next week.
That's a great question. I really like that.
Thank you,
Yep.
Jan.
Mm.
Instead of showing
Okay.
a box art, can I show what I was drinking before we started the stream?
Of course.
Sure.
The Animal Crossing Capri Sun.
Oh,
Capri Sean.
Pacific cooler.
Capri Sean.
Sean. Cute.
Very good. Does it
What
just taste like
flavor?
normal Capri Sun?
It's flavored Pacific cooler, but it tastes like normal Capri Sun.
Okay.
When I'm in Japan, they call me Capri San.
It is you, Capri San.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let
Okay.
me make a note of this. We'll do Yon 32 box art topic.
It's in the note.
Next
It's in the
week.
Goog doc.
It's in the notes. Okay. So we'll pin that for next
I
week.
will die when we have a different topic for next week instead because we
Not gonna
forget.
happen. No way. No way. That's great. That's
Okay.
awesome.
I wrote it down. I wrote
Okay.
it down, Amanda.
But we won't see that
Okay.
note until the show has
Like, oh,
already
right.
started.
You're
Yeah, we'll
probably
go through our
right.
regular motions. We'll post for questions. We'll
We'll have a thumbnail
We'll
of
get to
some
the Google
other
Doc and
topic.
bring our games. Going, oh crap,
Yeah,
we totally decided.
100%.
Let's hit this question from the Don Rob. What would you say is the hardest game you've ever played and the hardest game you've ever finished? What do you think about that? Hardest game. Yoshi?
Xenoblade, Yoshi.
Yoshi's Crafted
Yoshi's
World.
definitely the hardest game.
100%.
Hardest game I ever played, like, is probably like I instantly think about like NES games, Contra,
Yeah.
Battletoads, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. None of those. I haven't beaten any of those three, so they don't count for the second part of the question. But those are probably some of the hardest games. Like I've played in earnest. Like some games, you're just like, oh, this is impossible, and you play
Right.
just to experience like that it's hard. Like I loved the first 2 levels of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like that's great. That damn level's so good. Don't know what's past it.
I don't think
You
I
know?
got past it either as a kid.
Actually, well, yeah, there's I think you're in the turtle van, and I haven't been past that. I think that's as far as I've gotten. Battletoads, of course, the speed things, speed bikes, not good. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Ghosts and Goblins was so hard.
Ghosts and
Pat in
Goblins
the
is a
chat.
good shout.
I think Yo After Work was streaming that as well. That game looks awful. Like if you weren't
The
there
new
for
one?
it, no, the original.
Oh, okay.
The original one just doesn't. It doesn't. I don't. It just looks hard for hard's sake.
My cat's named after that game. Fun fact.
Oh,
So
Goblin.
for me, I think 100%ing Super Meat Boy is probably the hardest. Like I've 100% of that game, and that was
Of course.
hard. Yeah,
Mm.
that was hard. So
Celeste is probably the hardest game I've beaten.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Celeste. PTSD.
and we're just triggering Amanda over here.
Yeah, it's
Left and
triggering
right.
me. I feel very
The Ori
triggered.
games weren't easy either. Those games were.
Mm-mm,
they got
those
tough.
are also
A little
hard.
challenge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little Nightmares, also hard and spooky. 90% tough
Cuphead.
because it's scary.
100%
I never beat
Cuphead.
Cuphead. Haven't beat that.
Yeah.
That'd be in one of the modern harder games I haven't beaten.
That one was tough. I don't know.
Hard.
Hardest
to
game
think
I
of
ever
some old
finished was
stuff.
probably the Portal games for me.
Mm.
I can't.
Some
beat
tough
those.
puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oddly enough, this is maybe going to sound weird, but Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy Color, I struggled with a lot for some reason. It's just a tough game. Maybe it's just me. It's probably me.
It
but-
can be. Yeah, it certainly can be.
Fool ya? Don't even say Super Mario Sunshine. No. Great game.
That
Just that
game
it's
does have some.
It is hard.
There's some parts of that game that really suck, dude. That Sandbird and like the Pachinko part really suck. Really hard. Yeah. Yeah. And then like all those challenge levels where he doesn't have Flood, those suck too.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Good answers. Good answers.
Good
When is
question.
Amanda going to play Hollow Knight? I don't think that's in the cards, Riley. I don't think that's in the
Please.
cards.
I don't know if we need. I need like I need a good 6 months before I stress again. The gray hair, I had to dye my hair this weekend because the grays are just all over the place, and I contribute most of them to Yoshi. So we're gonna take a break from the difficult stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's hit one more question before we get into our main show topic, I think, maybe, because I'm trying to be mindful of the time here. HVAC Sparky, question for the show. As a sort of side note to this week's topic, what are your favorite couch co-op experiences over the years? For me, it was beating my nieces and nephews at Wii Sports Resort sword fighting. I'd never let them win. Also, Wii Sports Resort bowling is pretty unmatched couch co-op. It's kind of a boring answer, but these games were just so good and were able to be enjoyed by everybody. Wii Sports is peak, dude. I love Wii Sports so much. Yeah. Couch co-op.
Vampire Survivors was fun.
Mm-hmm.
At Extra Life, that was couch co-op. That was fun. Sean was the old man, very relatable. Mm-hmm.
Just walking around
on my back. Yeah, and run.
Why am I so slow?
I had the bird. That was a fun couch co-op game.
That was fun.
Boomerang Foo, also a great couch co-op game.
I mean, shout out to Rock Band is sort of like the ultimate.
Yeah, of course.
A different experience. But Wii Sports for me, I'm gonna just jump on that. I have a very specific memory. Like that's one of the only games between that and Rock Band. Those were the only ones where you'd clear the living room. You know, like make room for it. And I remember playing doubles tennis on Wii Sports with my parents and one of my siblings. And I'm sure I've told this story before, but my dad thought that like the Wii was watching him. He didn't realize it was just like the Wii remote. And so he was like pantomiming like all of it. Like he'd have like the pretend tennis ball in his hand. He'd throw it up and then he'd serve it. And then he'd be like moving around the room, thinking that was moving the character, the me on the screen. And it's just like, what a great memory of that. Like, and you could tell him like, that's not doing anything, but like, that's how he was into it.
Mm-hmm. Let him live his dream.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
I also think Mario and Sonic at the Olympics is a good couch co-op. If you're really in the mood to move, that's a good one. That's always been a favorite.
Yeah. Any couch co-op memories, Lockleth, that stick out to you?
I mean, obviously the Wii Sports, the Rock Band, the Guitar Hero, whatever, all those things. But in like recent years, like Untitled Goose Game, playing that all the way through with my husband was fun. We're going through Portal Knights now, which is like a very good mixture of Minecraft Dungeons and Minecraft put together. So yeah, they're just fun. If I'm not arguing with somebody and I'm having a good time, then it's a win.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my wife loves those argumentative games, like the Overcooked and all that. So I can't either. I hate it.
I get so mad that I have to just shut my mouth because I will say something not nice.
Yeah, no.
You know what?
Surprised.
I recently found the cure to Mario Kart rage in local co-op. Wine and Mario Kart are a great
drinking and driving.
The girls in the building, we did it. Incredible. No one gets mad.
Nice.
No one gets upset. So
everybody's just toasted. They're just falling
everyone's
over.
Toasted.
They're just happy to be up front, up tight.
Everyone's so happy. It was like the best time. I was like, wow, this is great.
Yeah,
I already
Yarden
have
has
one
a great
YouTube
shout
video
there.
of slurring too much from too much wine.
Yarden there with the Killer Queen Black. That's a great couch co-op game.
What is that?
Did y'all?
I've never heard of that.
It's like an arcadey sort of thing where I think you can play like either 8 or 16 players or something at once. It gets pretty intense. I Can't See shouts out Rock Band and says that they always did the vocals. I used to do the vocals and the guitar at the same time. Like whenever we would play Rock Band, I would do vocals and guitar a lot of the time. So that was always fun.
Seth breaks out the mic stand.
Yeah, we had a mic stand and I would literally be
too.
sat there. Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of fun. Those are great memories for me. It's not Nintendo, but I got to shout out Halo, like couch co-op, playing through Halo. Like my cousin and I have played through all the Halo games in co-op. So
We played at Lock-ins.
We can play Halo now.
Can you afford it?
I
You
can afford it.
now.
I have the Xbox.
As free as Fortnite. That's the joke for anybody not in on it.
I can play it now. Now I can play
God.
Halo. So
Thank God.
I have no time, but let me know.
Absolutely.
I think I'd rather you finish Xenoblade, actually. You should go finish that.
Okay.
Maybe part of the spoiler cast.
Starts playing Halo instead.
Plays the entire
Do the opposite
Halo
of whatever I
series.
say. Play Halo.
Okay, well, let's some of these we'll pin some of these questions. We appreciate everybody, of course, for sending in questions, but we're trying to be mindful of time. We do have a fairly meaty topic to get to tonight, and we're picking up the lead from the PlayStation Drive this week, and we're going to be doing this with all the drives, I think, this week. Talking about, it was just such a fun episode, just such a fun conversation they had, talking about their favorite games of all time. And so we were like, how do we like do that for us? Now, we're not going to do top 5. They did top 5. That was a little crazy. Okay, we're doing top 3. And we're talking about Nintendo games specifically, our top 3 favorite Nintendo games of all time. I do have community submissions as well, so we'll get to some of those too. And there are even a few questions that we had this week that were kind of related to it, so we'll weave those in too. But how do y'all want to do this? Top 3 Nintendo games of all time. First of all, did y'all have as much trouble with this as I did?
Oh my God,
agonized
I'm
over
still
this.
struggling.
Yeah,
tough.
I'm not really sure where I'm at with it. One thing I will say, Seth, before we get on into it, this set of episodes has prompted us to do something that we've been meaning to do for a very long time in the Discord. People should definitely join the Discord. Later on this evening, as people are listening to this on audio feeds, it will be there. We will have our lists posted in the Discord under a new section in the Discord, which is I'm so excited about because I love lists, inspired, of course, by none other than Robby Bobby Miller. We'll have our list posted, any of our commentary, but then also invite you all, or y'all, Lachlan, if you like.
Yes, please.
Y'all. Come on in with your list as well. So thank you for the PlayStation Drive for prompting this, because we've been wanting to do something like this for quite some time. So it'll appear in the Discord later on tonight. But I'm excited to dive in, man. We've got three to go through. I've got like honorable mentions that are very Nagachaka-esque, where he, and for those who missed on the PlayStation Drive, Nagachaka said that one of his top 5 favorite games were both of the Last of Us games. He counted them as one experience. So like, I actually love it because that's something I would do, but he did it first. And I actually appreciate that, Nagachaka.
Nagachaka is the Sean Capri of the PlayStation Drive. We have
whatever
figured this out.
We have to stop and talk about Nagachaka for a second.
Okay, stop.
We have to just talk. This was crazy. I'd never seen anything like it. We were live reacting to it in the Discord again, and I said to Sean aloud, "Yo, this is BS. This sucks. We can't do that. He cannot keep getting away with this." And indeed, he submitted a question this week that said, "What's your favorite #1 game on the Nintendo Switch, and why is it Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, since they're one experience?" This is crazy. Like, this is unacceptable. Like, you guys.
My favorite is Mario Brothers plus Duck Hunt for the NES.
It's one experience.
Same cartridge.
My favorite is the entire Legend of Zelda series. Why not? It's one experience, right? Just
same timeline.
Why not? One experience, sure. You know, the one experience thing kills me, because if I play any games, like I define what an experience is for myself. Yeah, my number 5 is whatever, Kid Icarus and Rhythm Heaven. It's one experience.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy.
It's
crazy. We live in a society with rules, Nagachaka. We have to abide by this.
They just let him go with it too.
They did. Well, they gave him a little pushback.
Give him a
I think, Ron pushed back for sure a little bit. But
So are we going to get in trouble if we have honorable mentions?
no, honorable mentions are great. Honorable mentions are great. And
Oh,
you
no.
might
Mom, I'm so sorry.
Amanda.
Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
cower in fear.
I didn't mean
I
it.
thought I had a one ally, and now it's
Okay, well, I was... I'm sorry.
This is something though, like with all the honorable mentions, like I would love to have someday in the future, like a Carpool Gaming top 100 Nintendo games, top 100
Totally.
Xbox. I would love for that. Like some sort of system that like sorts it all and like scores them or whatever. Because like, how do you? I mean, what were those old? What was the YouTube channel that used to do that stuff? They used to have like 8-hour episodes to like create their game of the year conversations.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I can't remember.
I mean, Giant Bomb used to be like
Giant
that.
Bomb. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, that's who.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Big time.
I love that stuff.
They just hash it out, go into the pit, figure it out. Okay, well, let's get into it. Who wants to kick us off? I don't know if y'all want to start with like any honorable mentions, or if you want to just kick off with number 3. How should we do this? Should we go in the same clockwise, whatever that means, fashion that we did earlier? Should we start with Sean?
I don't want to start with me. I want to see where everybody else is, because my number 3 is malleable at this point.
Oh, okay.
What?
Whatever that means. Okay.
Wait, did we have to rate our 3, or did we just?
I didn't rate
have
mine.
3? I just.
That's
have
fine.
3.
Oh, really? Oh, you just like these are three that.
Yeah.
There was
I ranked...
prompt to rate them, Sean.
Yeah, you didn't have to. It's fine.
I don't have the brain for that.
Favorites. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't have to say a damn thing anymore. Listen.
Yeah. It really has become a divide here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, in that case, let's start with you then, Amanda. Whatever you want to do.
Well, mine aren't in order, and I feel like everybody's going to know half of mine. But I do have I have honorable mentions. So I'll say Kirby Air Ride. We'll start there.
Let's go.
For the GameCube. I'll specify that.
I think we should go through our honorable mentions first, because I have none, because I came in with 3.
Okay. Should I go through my honorable mentions then instead?
Why did we limit to 3 then?
What I didn't say, what I could have said.
I love it. No, I'm here for it.
Okay, so now what? Should I take that back?
No.
We will rewind. Okay, honorable mentions. Nintendogs for the DS.
Nice.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing Wild World for the DS. Pokemon Coliseum for the GameCube.
Yeah.
I had one
Gale
more.
of Darkness.
Yep.
The Pokemon, yeah.
I had one more. I don't know. That's what I got. Those are my honorable mentions.
Kirby Air Ride, though. Kirby Air Ride's a good pick. I figured that was going to be on your list. And I know that we've talked about Kirby Air Ride a little bit on the show in the past, but what makes that one stand out of all the Kirby games? Why is that one your favorite?
I think it was when I had a Kirby game for the Game Boy Color, but I don't remember what it was. So it was my first or maybe it was Game Boy Advance. I don't know. But it was my first true Kirby experience, and I loved that it was something I could play with my brother, because my brother's very good at games. And I just loved the concept. It was so weird. It was like, get these weirdly shaped vehicles, run around this random town that you can destroy. There's different environments, pick up these items that do things, and then you have a mini game at the end. And I loved all the mini games. Like, it was just so weird. It just made no sense, but I loved that it made no sense. And there was like secrets hidden down in like the underground and whatnot. And like, if you go through the volcano, there's a whole nother thing. There's just something about it. It was like something I could play mindlessly and not super worry about it. I loved it. It was cute. And you could play as all the Kirby colors. So look at that. Link.
I've never seen this before, actually. This is the E3 trailer.
Played?
I've never played it. I didn't have a GameCube. This looks better than Sunshine. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this looks better than Mario.
Oh, that's
Sunshine.
a honorable mention too. Super Mario Sunshine.
This is pretty early too. This is like great. The reveal trailer. I think this is the full game. I think looks better than this. The city trial mode is so much fun. That multiplayer mode where you're like picking up power ups and super
and there's
fun.
a mode where you can there's no timing, it's almost like just open world. And I used to just go in there and drive all around and organize all the vehicles in a line and all this jazz. And I could be in there for hours and be happy.
Yeah. Music's great. Yeah. It's a good one. That one, I would love to see them put that out with like online play on Switch. Yeah. That would be good. Good game.
Good game.
Okay. Lachlan, you got some honorable mentions?
Yep, I've thought of mine as we were listening to Amanda's. Nice. I've got Pokemon Red, because that was my first Pokemon game off the Game Boy. Happy Home Designer from 3DS, because I played that more than New Leaf when it came out. I guess I'll mention New Leaf because that was technically my very first Animal Crossing game. I now have the original AC on GameCube as well, and as an adult, I actually have a GameCube for the first time, so I could name off some of those. I just don't play it enough. I probably should. I guess those, yeah. Oh, and Tomodachi Life, of course.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Had to.
Had to do it to
It's
him.
just so weird.
Oh my gosh.
It's just such a weird game, but I love it.
Sean has the same thought as I do. I'm like, this is such
No,
a
I was
hard,
just thinking, like, it's so
impossible-
hard. This is so hard to do.
Yeah.
It's like even mentioning honorable mentions. Like, I have 400. Like, we're talking about
Same.
Nintendo games here. There's so many that we've played. Oh man, this is impossible. What an impossible task.
Luckily I have a pigeon brain, so those are the only ones I can remember. So
Well, what's your number 3? What's your number 3 entry?
number 3. So all
You have
3 of mine
physical?
are physical. Yeah, all
I
3
have
of
mine
a
physically
physical.
too. Yeah.
My number 3 is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire
Nice.
because it's what got me back into gaming as an adult outside of
Aw.
college. I got a 2DS specifically to buy to play this game. And so it was like my toe back into Pokemon again after
Love that.
I didn't keep up with all of them throughout the years. I haven't played every single Pokemon that has come
Mhm.
out. And so this got me back into it. And I beat the game as well, which was nice. It's one of those rare occasions for me. So I had to play it, the Alpha Sapphire I had it on a 2DS, even though it was
I was gonna say,
technically
is this? Oh, they
It's
did
coming.
something
It was
fancy
a
with the
big
trailer.
reveal.
Yeah, they were being cute about the trailer. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, really cool remakes of Pokemon Gen 3. Is that your favorite Pokemon generation? Gen 3?
I think Gen 1 is still my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I mentioned Pokemon Red. Because it was just the OG. The music in that game I remember more so, but this was my first, like, this one took me the least amount of time to finish, but I finished it all on my own. Like when I was younger, my brother would always help me out here and there, or he'd like give me pointers or whatever. But for this one, like I started and finished it completely on my own, so it was nice. I liked the Alpha Sapphire.
Two questions. Did you have Pokemon Sapphire when you were a kid?
No,
No?
this was my
Okay.
Sapphire version.
Because I did, and I went for Sapphire specifically because it's my birthstone. It's probably yours too.
It is,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I went for that just because it was my birthstone when I was a kid. That was like the deciding factor for me.
Well, I picked Alpha because, of course.
Yeah. Versus Omega Ruby. Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you get
'Cause I
this
normal-
bundle? Was that what you got?
No, I just got the Sapphire. It's only been Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet that I've gotten the bundles. In years past, I would always just pick one. And I was close to picking Ruby, because I always like the fire, the red, Pokemon
Yeah.
or whatever. But because
yeah.
I think I picked Sapphire for the same reasons. Plus, I think that I can't remember the name of this Pokemon that's on here.
That's
But I thought
Kyogre.
Yeah, I thought the
Yeah.
Gesundheit. I thought the whale looked cool.
Kyogre. Groudon. Yeah. Pretty good.
That's my number 3.
Very good. Good pick. I did not expect that. I didn't know if you were going to have a Pokemon game or not. I was, for me, like, yeah, I'm with you, Sean. I could rattle off, 7,000 honorable mentions. My favorite Nintendo franchise, I got Kid Icarus Uprising's an obvious one, Rhythm Heaven. I could go on and on and on and on. So I'm not going to do that. When I approached this top 3, if I looked at it objectively, if I'm like the top 3 best Nintendo games in my opinion, it would be like Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Odyssey. It would be like Kid Icarus Uprising. So I didn't go for that. I went for, favorites and the ones that mean the most to me as a person, the ones that really shaped who I am as a person, my personality, my tastes, my interests. And my number 3, and I have all of mine physically too, Lachlan. My number 3 is WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games for the Game Boy Advance. Still my favorite WarioWare game. And this game informed so much of like my personality, my sense of humor, the vibes, the colors, the energy of it, the music of it, the like just fast-paced nature of it. The game has not aged a day. It's on NSO and it still holds up beautifully. And I just, when I think of the games that really kind of like define who I am as a person, this is certainly one of them. It's so goofy. It's so like lighthearted and fun. Like the characters are incredible. You've got mini games about like, you know, whatever, poop and like bananas and stuff. But it's just like, it's just fun and silly and arcadey. And I literally was playing it this week. It just still, I mean, it holds up beautifully in 2024. I adore this game. So, yeah.
Good pick.
Number 3.
Good pick. I like smooth moves quite a lot. I didn't end up playing this
Same.
game very much, but my kids are playing a ton of DIY, WarioWare DIY.
Let's go.
Yeah. Just kind of, and like that's it's a great game for kids as well, just to like dive in and figure out, you know, like I'm definitely like, I don't want to do it myself. I want to like just play the games. I don't want to build anything anymore.
They're all so good.
Pick, I like that.
I should have said the entire WarioWare series because it is one experience.
So one experience, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the first one's always going to be my favorite. That game.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid playing this game. Playing this game reminds me of being in the back of my Aunt Chris's car on the way to our family reunion with cold McDonald's fries in the back of the car. You know, like that's what playing this reminds me of. And like I felt like I had a little world in my, like this was Wario's world in like Diamond City and where he and his friends lived. And I don't know. I love it so much. Yeah.
Nice, man.
All right, Sean.
I like it.
What do you got?
Well, in all of this, I was thinking about like, kind of, I don't know about you guys, but like I ran through it by console, like what would be my NES games? What would be my Super Nintendo games? Like, and a couple, I'm going to do it a little differently, Lachlan. I'm going to shout out like the 3DS just overall is my honorable mention. Like that was when I really got back into, this is just an honorable mention. Just want to give a shout out to a lot of the games on there. Like my wife got it for me. I actually got Mario Kart 7 on there. And that was my first Animal Crossing game was New Leaf on there. And played through Link Between Worlds when I got that, and just collected a bunch of those consoles as well. Like we have a bunch of the different collectible or limited edition consoles as well. The 3DS, the Wii, and man, like those games are so great. Shout out to Mario 3D Land. I loved so much. Yeah, the 3DS really just kind of like jumped out to me. None of the games on 3DS are my top 3. But I feel like maybe there's a world where they could be. Maybe I wake up tomorrow. It's like maybe they're
totally.
On
there. Yeah.
There's some massive recency bias in my top 3 here. And I'll just go ahead and jump into it because I think this could be another episode for us in the future. Like I think I walk away from playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 as it's the best game on Switch. Like, I think that's where I've landed on this thing. I think that is the best game that you can play on the Nintendo Switch. And like I said, I played almost all of it thinking, no, I still like the first one better. There's a definitive edition on the Switch. But my number 3 is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Like, it is so special. And I actually kind of can't wait to start a new game plus or go back into it and clean up a bunch of other stuff. Like, I just need a little time right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when I think about games like Donkey Kong Country, I'm not quite as like close to it, you know. Like I'm not, when I had just before allowing myself to give in to the recency bias, I had Fire Emblem Fates Birthright in the number 3 spot, but I won't tell you that one. I won't say Fire Emblem Fates
I won't say,
but I will give it up to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And again, it's probably just because it's all I can think about right now, and again, like it's just, to me, it's the best game. I look through my Switch library over and over and over again, and it's not Breath of the Wild. It's not any of the Mario games. You know, it's friggin' Xenoblade. So shout out to Xenoblade.
It's a masterpiece. I do want you to finish Mario Odyssey, man. That would make me very happy, as if you finish Mario Odyssey. I can play it.
I have it.
Yeah.
No, Riley, it is definitely not Mario Strikers Battle League. But shout out to the original Mario Strikers on GameCube, and then of course on Switch. Shout out to Mario Golf: World Tour on 3DS, also one of the great games. That's a great
3DS game. Yeah, very good.
I'll shut up
Xenoblade 3
now.
is a
Lachlan's getting
masterpiece.
antsy.
Gee, Lachlan's just
Lachlan has sit
chomping
in
at
every
the bit.
corner of her chair, just like, all right.
I've said nothing.
You didn't have to. You never do.
It's a masterpiece. It is certainly in the conversation, man. It's a great game. So, yeah. I needed air after I finished that. I remember I finished that at like 2 a.m. I literally went on like a 2 a.m. walk.
Yeah.
Like it was like that. Yeah.
Yep. Thinking about life.
Yeah.
Good
An exclusively
IRL
male
air.
privilege.
Lachlan.
Oh goodness.
Breathe in pollen.
Like Kirby.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda, what is your number 2?
I think I'm gonna put. Well, mine aren't in order, so it doesn't matter. I'll put Wind Waker as my number 2, which I'm sure was
Let's go.
expected. Just super nostalgic. I'm finding all of my games are coming from the GameCube because I think the GameCube will just forever be my favorite console. But just super nostalgic, like the little chibi style Zelda made it easy for me to play, especially at like a younger age. It just felt like there wasn't a true barrier there because then when what is the other one? Twilight Princess came out, it felt very intense for me. But I just loved how cute it was. I loved the story. I loved the people. Tingle's as creepy as ever. I liked that you had the boat. So yeah, really good music. Incredible. It's always, look at how cute.
Great controls. Up and
Great
down, up and
controls.
down and controls.
Absolutely. Like, just look at that hiding in the barrel. Like, look at this.
Love
So
the
good.
music.
Yeah,
Music's
music
so
is
good.
top tier.
Yeah.
So I
It's
just
funny you
loved
mentioned
the whole
Twilight
thing.
Princess right after, because it's like a direct response to the community response to this game. Like
Totally.
back when this was released, people were livid. Like, this is
Yeah.
not my Zelda. Like, it's way too cutesy. They wanted a real Zelda, and that's what they got with Twilight Princess. Like, I'm so jealous.
at
I
how
want to play this game. It
cute.
looks great.
Maybe.
And we have
It
the
is.
one on Wii U. We have it. It came with a little
Oh.
Ganon or Ganondorf or whatever the bad guy's name is.
Then
Whichever
go
one.
play it. What are you doing?
I can't. It doesn't have inverted controls.
Oh, well.
Hopefully, when they bring this to Switch, I do hope they have it because
Oh, man.
it is a fantastic game. It's one of my favorite
So
Zelda
good.
games too.
So
Yeah.
good.
It's great.
Good
Love it.
pick.
Co-signed. Good pick. Lochlith, what's your number 2?
Sean, you gonna pull this one up?
I'm on it.
You on it? You ready?
I'm not. I
Uh-oh.
can't guess. I mean, I know what your 1 and 2. I don't know what order you're going to put them in, though.
Well, I wore pink tonight for a reason. And
Oh,
it's
let's go.
because
Oh.
I had to add
He knows what's coming.
I got the
Had
first
to
word
add.
entered in.
Kirby 64, the Crystal
Let's
Shards
go.
on
Yes.
Nintendo 64. This is my original copy for when I was a youth. One of my favorite games of all time. Very high up there. A lot of it has to do with the mini games, yes. I didn't think about it at the time, but the question earlier about couch co-op, like my brother and I would play the mini games for hours on end together.
Mhm.
Such a fun time. Love this game. The music is perfection. Like I can't but
A
I have to hum
curling
along.
rock. You turned into a curling rock?
Yes,
Oh yeah, you can
yes.
combine the powers in
Look
the
at
Switch.
his
Yeah.
one.
fridge.
Oh, he's
A
a
Yeah.
fridge.
fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Little girl?
What's her
Oh.
name? Yeah, there's
I
I
can't
forget the
remember
characters'
the
names.
side characters' names. I love the painter
My favorite
girl.
DDD. My favorite DDD. The
Mhm.
no neck DDD is my favorite DDD.
The mini
Oh.
games right here. These were the best. Do do
It does look
do,
fun.
do,
It
do,
just combines
do,
two things
do,
that are
do,
questionable
do,
for me.
do, do, do.
Kirby and the word
the
shards.
best.
We don't need we
What?
don't need either.
Shards
Dear
is the
Lord.
bad word. Yeah.
But it's crystal,
like it.
though.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sounds
crystal
like kidney
shards. Don't.
stones to me. Just
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Doctor, you got to do something about these crystal shards.
oh, these shards.
911. Are you still in the chat? Please.
Gotta drink more water. Getting a buildup of shards going on up in here.
Okay.
It is on an SO. I can't see.
Mhm.
It is on
Yeah,
an SO.
definitely. It's on NSO. Go play it. Highly recommend. It's the complete opposite of going back to Jet Force Gemini as an adult versus when I was a kid. Like going back to Kirby and the Crystal Shard.
It holds up.
The nostalgia, the serotonin, it's all there.
Yeah. That game does still hold up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the play. If you have NSO expansion pack, definitely worth the play. I feel like I'm kind of with Amanda. Like my number 2 and number 1, if you've been listening to me for any length of time, you're going to know what they are. This is also my childhood copy that I still have. One of the very few games that I still have from my childhood. Something that I'll never get rid of. Super Mario Brothers 3 from the NES, of course. One of my favorite games of all time. This game completely informed, like what I love about video games. Going to another place, escaping to a whole other like world. The enemies, totally captured my imagination. Like the visual style of it, the whole like world laid out in front of you, the secrets. The game is it's just immaculate. Like it is pretty much as close to a perfect game as I can point to. I adore it. What's that face for, Sean?
I am just realizing I pulled up a Wii U eShop trailer, and so for people watching the video version, we're watching Mario 3 on a gamepad, also available on the 3DS. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to question the game. Of course, it's speaking of box art, like spoilers for next week, like
oh, dude,
it's gotta be part of the conversation.
This image of Mario, of Tanuki Mario with the arms outstretched, flying like that. This is just like. One of my favorite pieces of artwork. Just like this is what fun means to me. Like everything about this game just and yeah, the nostalgia, like this makes me think of sitting on the floor at my granny's house, playing this. Like I can remember what the rug felt like, the TV, like, yeah. I mean, when it comes to like pure nostalgia, it doesn't get better than this for me.
Oh, what a cartridge too! Holy cow!
Yeah, beautiful.
And we designed our wedding invitations. Were designed after Super Mario 3.
Yeah, man. Oh,
Photoshop
so
a little
good.
peach next to him. Yep, it was very sweet. It's a post-show topic. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Okay,
good pick,
Sean.
Good pick.
What's your number 2?
Well, similar to you, Seth, I do have Mario on my list, and this was one I was kind of going through the different franchises of. Nintendo games and Mario and Zelda and Donkey Kong and all these other things, and like where each of these show up. Of course, Kirby, obviously part of my calculus here too. And so my second slot is dedicated to a Mario game, and easily could be Mario World. In fact, it was there up until just before we went live. Could be Mario 3 right there with you, Seth. Could be Galaxy 2. Could be Galaxy 1. They're
all one experience after all.
Could be Mario Land. Mario Land 2.
I know
what I'm going to go with. This is really going to upset people because this is a Wii U game. So for me, my number 2 game of all time was launched on the Wii U. It's none other than Catsuit, Super Mario 3D World. I feel like I've confused Lockleth with that. Do you not remember it being
You
the
said
Wii U game?
Catsuit, and I was like, what game is that? And then
Hang
you
on,
actually
Catsuit.
gave the title.
3D Mario or 3D World is the reason why it jumped up this far for me is, I guess, aside from Mario Land 2, it's the most completed Mario game in my entire repertoire. There's no other game that I've beaten so much. It's all the way up until the very last. The very last level is so difficult. It's like sort of like an impossible
Champions
kind
Road.
of thing. Yeah, very similar to what they've got with Wonder, as I hear. But this is the one, man. It's so good to play by yourself, with friends. You find all the secrets. It's not completely impossible. I adore this game. Like when I think of when I want to sit down and just play a little Mario game, it's Mario Wonder. Now we can play it with Switch. Bowser's Fury is very cool as well. But shout out to friggin' 3D World. And also shout out to, while I throw another one in there, Lockleth, 3D Land on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Very cute Tanuki. B-Suit. Also, B-Suit was in that one, and in Galaxy 2.
I think B-Suit was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tanuki was
Very,
a huge
cool.
part of it, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so good. 3D World.
3D World's immaculate, dude. That game is, I know that there's some people who don't get down with like the perspective, like the camera perspective of that game, but I love it. Like I think that game is pretty damn near perfect. Like I just think it is peak video games. The music, Bowser's theme, and it's one of my like favorite pieces of video game music.
It's excellent. Yeah, it's one of those because we've played a lot of 2D Mario games, especially we talked a lot about Wonder last year, and there's this built-in nostalgia that many of us have with the early games, Mario 3, Mario, like the NES games, Super Mario World, and things like that. And so I've played those levels so many times that I've lost all sense of objectivity to them. I'm like, I just like these just because I've always played them. And so with new Mario games, I'm like, I don't know if I like these levels all that much, but I also don't know if it's just because I'm playing them not as a child. And with 3D
Sure.
World, that's not the case. I look at those levels, like the level design just pops for me. That's one of the big reasons. I think the power-ups are great. I think the music is excellent. So I could go on and on, but yeah, shout out to 3D World. Also, I just didn't want to have like a, Zelda, Mario, Donkey Kong kind of list.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm with you, dude. Good game. Good video game. Good
I'm like,
game.
what game was your second one? You just talked about 4 games in one. I'm like, which one?
It's 3D World, but
3D World. Mario 3D World. So good.
Lachlan? Got her.
She's like, got him. Yeah. Sean has removed himself from the show. Okay. All right. Well, Amanda, what is your number one? We have arrived to your number one pick.
Dude, I don't know. I was just going on my Switch to see what I've played the most of, and it was no surprise that Animal Crossing New Horizons was the top with 590 hours in it. But, however, I'm going to go back to childhood, growing up, and we had an after-school program because my parents worked too late, so they couldn't pick us up at a normal time and we couldn't take the bus. And we had an N64 in the library, which is where after-school program was held. And we always played 3 things: Yoshi's Island, Mario Kart, and GoldenEye. And I'm actually going to give it to GoldenEye because that's the game I played the most. So I will give it to GoldenEye because it's just so super nostalgic for me. It was a way to connect with friends. It was like my intro to gaming in a way because I didn't have an N64 at home. My cousins had one, but I didn't play it at my house. So yeah.
There is nobody who predicted that this would be on Amanda's list, by the way. I love this. Hell yes.
Yeah, this was almost on my list for sure. Yeah, this game is great.
Too bad
I mean,
it's
to
on
the couch
mine.
co-op question before. We had the cardboard cutouts
Look
so
at
that we
that.
couldn't screen sheet.
Oh, yeah.
That was a short little thing. Oh, no.
Oh.
Now we're getting Hero Wars
Hero
commercials.
Wars
Mines are
commercials up in
fun.
here.
It's all right.
But,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
great. I mean, it's classic. Amanda streams GoldenEye when, says Ryan Turford.
I don't know.
Here's the deal. You know
NSO.
what? Like,
I'm part of the Lock fam.
You're part of the
You
Lock
are.
fam, and we deride Nintendo a lot sometimes here on the show. Damn near everything that we have shouted out tonight is available on Switch. So, like, shout outs to Nintendo for that, man. So, like, gotta give them their flowers for that.
Blurs.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
point.
great
Holy
game.
crap.
Yeah, almost all of it. Like, I think the only thing mentioned so far is what? Kirby Air Ride?
Yeah.
That is not on Switch. I mean, like, they've got it.
I thought it was on
kinda
Switch.
cinched
I
out.
think it might be.
No, it's not.
You
I
better
wish.
bet the minute it's on there, I will have it.
Amanda wouldn't be here. She'd be playing that.
No, that's where I would be.
Yeah, man. That makes me happy. Yeah, I should play it. Fire it up.
Kirby Air Ride
it's on-
HD.
No, it's not on Switch. There's no way.
What?
That's fake. That's
was
by
6
Epic
years
Gamer
ago.
2019.
This isn't real.
That was 6 years ago.
No. This is some
Don't
dude
even
running
play
it
with
on
my
Dolphin.
heart like that. Dolphin.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. I love that shout. And I love that we definitely had, it wasn't an after school program, but I definitely had a thing like that where we would go to a neighbor kid's house because my mom wasn't off work yet. And we were playing GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and stuff like that. Big time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I resonated with that story for sure. Okay. Lachlan, I'm sure, is this going to shock and awe everybody what your number
hell
one
no.
is?
I don't know. I thought for a second that Amanda and I were going to have the same game.
Me too.
Very close.
It's got to be Animal
Yeah.
Crossing New Horizons. And it took me, if you're watching the video feeds, you're wondering, well, what is Lachlan getting? I have both the official companion guide, the original that came out, and they came out with a new revised edition that includes Happy Home Paradise that I have a hard copy of. So I think that
Look at you.
it is very safe to say that I am a true Animal Crossing fan. New Horizons won me over way more than New Leaf ever did. I'm excited for the next Animal Crossing game. It's what got me into content creation in the first place. So I think it has
Yeah.
to be my number one. It's how I met Bobby. It's how I met all of y'all. All those things.
Yeah.
Mm,
Literally.
so good.
Enough said. Mic drop.
Enough said. That is all. Yeah, man. Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
a
still
special
playing
game.
it. And I'm still playing it. I've been playing it since 2020. Haven't stopped.
Proud of you.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Mm-mm.
What's the hour count? Where are we at?
We're almost like 3,000 by now.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're
Jeez,
we're
I'm
at
over here. I have
2,800 or something.
590.
Yeah.
Child's play.
Child.
Those are rookie numbers. Yeah, get those numbers up.
I rolled
Yeah.
credits.
Yeah?
That's
Yeah, you
it.
rolled credits.
That's
Yeah.
out.
I've rolled credits
That's the
like
end of the
12
game, right?
times, Sean.
Yeah.
Get on Lockless level.
I've completed
Holy
at
moly.
least 11 islands, working on my 13th probably by now. So it's just until the next one comes out, I don't see me not playing it.
You're the
My
Quaggy
go-to.
of Animal Crossing.
Basically.
Says Quaggy.
100%.
Mhm.
There's a lot less to it than the Xenobabes. But
Same emotionally driven stories, same plot twists, and
Yeah.
you know,
I'm in tears. I
KK Slider.
I weeped a lot, every time.
Yeah. KK Slider's talking about the endless now and the beauty of life, and
Mhm.
The endless now.
Okay. Well, my number one's also going to be anticlimactic. Anybody that knows me is going to know what my number one is. It's Majora's Mask. This shout outs to this beautiful golden lenticular cartridge for Majora's Mask. I won't get into like the whole deep story. I've told it a million times, but this game changed my life. Specifically the 3DS version is the one that really kind of turned me around on this game, because when I played this game as a kid, I hated it. Sean doing the face. But this is, depending on the day you ask me, this is probably my favorite game of all time. Just in terms of like what this game meant to me, the point of my life in which I played it, the message that I took away from it, the themes of the game, the design of the game, the way the game like tackles like just all of this intensely relatable and human stuff inside of this little N64 game that was made in like a year. It's beautiful, and I adore it. It's a very, very special game to me.
The moon is so spooky. Every
is.
time I see, I'm like, oh, that dang moon. And then when the time clock goes down, I'm like, ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. It's replaying it as an adult was like definitely a different experience. Like, because when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this 3-day time cycle sucks. How am I supposed to get everything done in one cycle? And like, you can't, just like real life, like you can't get everything done in the cycle that you have, and yeah, just there's a lot. I could go deep, and I have gone deep on the game before, and this is probably not the right venue for it, but it's just, there is no number two. Like it's Majora's Mask for me. Yeah.
How do we make the right venue for that? If this isn't it, I want to hear Seth wax poetic about that for a little bit.
I could. I could go do it in the post show if you want to. It's just it's a lot, and it's also sad. Like there's just a lot to get into.
Oh, love me a good sad game.
But, yeah, it's sad.
Another episode coming up shortly.
Oh yeah, sad games.
The
Best
games
sad
that made
game.
us sad.
The sad games. Yeah.
What makes you sad?
People.
I've played a lot in
People.
the past year.
Yeah, just people.
Anyways, people in general.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywho.
I am people.
Sean, send us off, dude. What's your number one?
My number one game, as it turns out, isn't made by Nintendo, but it was exclusively available on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Let's go.
Played this game endlessly. Actually, I've not beaten this game. Only my brothers have beaten this game. And again, anybody who's listened to me talk about video games at all over the last couple of years will know the wonder that is Capcom's very own UN Squadron. This is a side-scrolling action sort of arcadey game. You're just a pilot. One of these is based on an anime called Area 88, and this is just video games. This is just absolute gameplay, wonderful soundtrack, and I just play this endlessly, you guys. There's nothing deep to talk about. Here's no like themes or anything here. There's like musical themes. But there's no storyline or anything. This is
Well,
just
did you watch the
endlessly
anime?
playable.
Is there a
I haven't.
storyline in the
I got to get my
anime?
hands on it. I got to get my hands on the anime because I'm
Okay.
sure there's something
Is
there, but not in the
this
game.
is
It
this
doesn't
the
come out in the game.
one? Is this the one you beat on your birthday or whatever, like on stream?
Oh wait, I did beat this
Mhm.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
beat
yeah, I
it.
totally did.
Yeah.
Yep, this is
Yeah.
the one. I love this game. And I love games like this. Like I love when it's just gameplay is king. You know, like
Mhm.
Xenoblade, I was thinking about like ranking these. And number one, it's sort of a silly choice also because I don't know how to choose the number one best game ever. So I'll go with this. Sort of like my favorite movie is Armageddon. You know, it's like sort of sidestepping the whole conversation. in general. But I just love playing this game. It just feels good to play is really the reason this is number one for me. There's no real like deep reasoning behind it other than deeply nostalgic, I guess, for me. So it's just fun.
No, dude,
Squadron.
valid. Yeah,
Mhm.
by the way, Sean, I was not familiar with this game until I met you. Like I
Mhm.
didn't even know about this game. So
Oh, this was a classic, like just rent it from the mom and pop shop down the street. Ultimate
Let's
Video.
go.
Shout out to Ultimate Video. And we didn't have consoles other than on birthdays. So we were allowed to rent a console like a Super Nintendo over the weekends. We'd have like, you know, NCAA basketball and just weird stuff, like not your regular. We wouldn't have like Mario and things like that. We'd have UN Squadron and yeah, it's just weird stuff like this. So it's kind of nice to have a odd recommendation like that like is
I love
genuine.
it.
It's not just trying to be like just off my rocker. This is just
Mhm.
we played this game endlessly. So shout out to UN Squadron. Very cool. Very good soundtrack. I mentioned
Looks
that already?
good too, by the way, still.
Oh
Super
yeah, like
Nintendo, dude.
beautiful pixel art. Yeah, what is the parallax scrolling? Very nice.
Yeah, like shout outs to the Super Nintendo could just pull off so many like different art styles. Like you look at this and you look at like Mario World or like Yoshi's Island or like Kirby's Dream Land 3, they all look so different. You know.
I love it, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, great bosses at the end of these levels. You got the stealth bomber
Oh, look
over
at
here, and there's
this.
one you get in the clouds. This is a beautiful level. You're just up in the clouds. Oh, there's a Nissan commercial in the middle of
Nissan
it. apparently.
Sentra
Oh my
pops up at some
god,
point.
Nissan is
Yeah.
in this game.
I gotta
What?
get YouTube Premium or whatever it's called. But it's so addictive because you just
Yo.
spend all your time, like you're saving up your money. You get like as you're killing all your enemies, you're getting points, which is currency, and you upgrade your ship. You get better weapons. But again, like music has such a big. Actually, all three of my games, as I'm talking this through, UN
Mhm.
Squadron, 3D World, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3, absolutely spectacular soundtracks
Yeah.
on these games. So yeah,
I thought you said upgrade your shit, and I was like, okay,
yeah. If you can't,
Oh.
just-
I mean,
sure.
I mean, yeah. I mean, also
Yeah.
true.
Both
Both of them.
Mhm.
Yep.
Good
Very good
lists,
game.
everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good stuff. Okay. Well, should I shout out some of the community lists real quick
Oh,
before
bring
we
'em
say
in.
goodnight?
Yes.
Bring them on in. Let's bring in Savoy Prime, our own Carpool Gaming Zone Savoy Prime, whose top three is Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and Perfect Dark. Good
Oh,
list.
one. Good list.
Good list.
Perfect
Some more
Dark,
Zelda
nice.
stuff. Carpool Gaming Zone Fulia comes in with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Kirby
Yep.
and the Forgotten
Yep.
Land, and Yoshi's Crafted
Yoshi.
World.
Oh, what a
Uh,
great game.
It includes
Yoshi.
Yes, Amanda, it's one of my goats. So
I don't know how, but okay. I don't get it.
Neon Tiger, Pat in the chat comes in. Ocarina of Time, A Link to the Past, and Super Mario 2. Yes, the
Yeah.
superior Mario game on the NES,
I
says
mean-
Pat in the chat. I don't know about that, but
You don't have to
very
get aggressive about it, but like that's fine.
good. Yeah, very good. Shy Guy, thank you, Shy Guy, said
Guy.
Xenoblade 3, Splatoon
Nice.
3, and Mario Odyssey. Honorable mention to Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Robbo comes in with Zelda Link's Awakening, Super Mario World, and Chrono Trigger. Very good.
Oh yeah,
list.
of course. Wow. Not even on any of
Yeah.
our lists. Wow.
That was, yeah, I did think about Chrono Trigger. There was a comment. Let me see if I can find it. I missed it. I'm looking for it now. I saw a comment from Yarden, but now I'm not seeing it here in the Discord.
Took it back.
Yarden had one. Did you? Oh, maybe he did. I don't see it here in the Discord anymore, but Yarden did have one at one point. I don't see it anymore. So,
Mm.
but the reason I remember that Yarden had one is because there was a little bit of a dig at Mario Run. It was like number 5,000 Mario Run, but I don't see it here in the Discord anymore.
You know what? It cracked the
Yeah.
top 10,000. It's pretty remarkable.
Pretty good.
Mhm.
Pretty good. So, anyways, thanks to everybody who sent in lists. Shout outs to Navy Blue Polo, who, you know, as they correctly predicted, they said related to the show topics, so it may come up naturally as you run through your list. When you think of Nintendo games, what is your favorite memory that comes to mind? They say that they love hearing about gaming and how they can be part of our I think we did kind of get into that as we went through our list for sure. So yeah, just shout outs to everybody who sent in your list. It's always fun to put these together, and like Sean was talking about, we'll have an avenue for people to share their lists in the Discord soon. So
I can't wait, man. And we'll do it again next year, and our list will be completely different, or at least mine will. I feel like Seth, you're pretty dialed in. I think with your
some
list.
of them are like it's, and I thought about a lot of different, but like it was really hard for me to not do Mario 3 and Majora's Mask. It's like my hands are tied, you know.
Yep, you got to.
Yeah. Had to do it to him. Okay. Well, I guess before we, Lachlan, did you have an additional physical into on top of the physicals we had? Yeah.
No, I've showed off all of the physicals this evening.
There's a lot of physicals.
There were. So y'all got to see 5 different physicals versus just the one. So yes, that's how counting works. Amanda, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/miles_of_Amanda. I'm also on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter.
Me?
Seth.
I'm next. Okay. Hi. Hi, you can find me at $2 Hero on X. And my Switch friend code is SW411280613454, just like Eric Lindros.
You should see how fast you can say that. One
I
day,
could
just
try.
challenge yourself.
Challenge myself. SW411280613454, just like Aaron. I messed up.
Over here.
Did pretty good.
Pretty good.
As for me, you can find me on X at Sean Capri, Sean like Connor, Capri like the pants. Find all of us at Carpool Gaming on Threads and Instagram. I think probably not. And on Switch, SW687902366588, just like Patrick Kane, Setherino.
St. Patrick, baby.
St. Patrick.
Happy
Kane.
St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That's right.
Oh, I'm glad we
And y'all
got
can
to
find
do this
me.
episode, all 4 of us together, just
Yeah.
the 4 of us. It was really great to be with you all, every single one of you on the show. Super fun.
As
So
always.
yeah, that's why I wore the 4-leaf clover hat.
Lucky.
Yes, for
'Cause there's
Patrick
4
King.
of us. St. Patty's Day is behind us now. But y'all can find me at locklith.card with 2 R's.co here on YouTube, at locklith, whatever, all the things. I'm done giving out my code again for a little while just because I've
Tired
said
of it.
You just need a
Yeah.
break.
I just realized I don't know if I have all the Lockliths added as friends.
Well,
Well,
the
good
last
luck.
code, the last digit of the last code that I've given out is 5 because that's the only part of the code
So
I
there you
remember.
go.
So
It's
good
right
luck.
there. I'll
That's
start
what you're
there.
missing.
Yep.
Yeah.
In case you needed all but that one digit. Well, here you go.
There it is.
5.
It's like playing Hangman. You just know the last one is 5.
Yep.
You got it, right?
Sure. It's in Discord, y'all. All the friend codes are there, including my Fae Farm code, even though I have yet to play Fae Farm online with anyone. But thank y'all for hanging out with us today. Wait, are we done? Are we reaching the end?
Not yet.
Have we done all
Not
the
yet.
things? No, we have not.
We
Go
have
ahead.
one more thing to attend to, Locklith. One more thing. To quote Jackie Chan Adventures, of course. The
They're
classic
quoting Nintendo.
cartoon. That's a real thing, Sean. Have you ever heard of Jackie Chan Adventures?
I think I need to.
That is a real cartoon. If you'd like to pull it up while I'm shouting out our lovely patrons at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. One more thing. Big thank you to everybody who supports us over there, starting with our ultimate producers. Thank you to Tony Baker from youtube.com/quest4pixels. That's youtube.com quest number 4 pixels. Jonathan Brown, whose music can be found at linktree/pme.jib. Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team. Extra Life coming up, of course, in November. We're already talking about it, y'all. So phoenixoverdrive.com. Quaggy, who reminds you that the best babes are Xenobabes. Links are in the show notes. Please show your love and support to our ultimate producers. Shout outs to our platinum producer, the one and only Robby Bobby Miller. And thank you to our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, BobLoblaw, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, CrocoKyle, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Jan32, Marcus O'Neill, Peje EP, and Tim Aulph. Right, perfect timing with the
I know that
trailer.
Cartoon.
Yeah,
I used to watch that all the
forgot
time.
About it. I forgot about the Jackie Chan adventures.
What a good mem.
It was a
That's
good
gonna be
cartoon.
our end credits all the time. Like whenever we read out the patrons, like Jackie Chan adventures.
Just Jackie
coming up.
Chan
There we go.
adventures.
Please, somebody remind me next week. I will surely.
Okay.
forget.
He had, it was like a catchphrase. He had like an older like uncle character, and his catchphrase was one more thing. So yeah.
I thought you were going to talk
Interesting.
about Peach Showdown, whatever the hell.
Yep. Shout outs to that. That stream is happening Friday at noon Eastern, bright and early, crack of
Yes.
dawn. On Friday, Lachlan and Bowza there at twitch.tv/carpool gaming live. So big shout outs to that. Excited for Peje.
Page.
Fish.
The Page
Yeah.
game.
Principesha.
Yeah. I think that's it. Did we do it? Is that the thing?
For a second shot, I thought you said constipation.
Constipation.
I'm so out of here. Going on.
Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you all for hanging out with us for today's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Bump that like button if you haven't already, and feel this carpool in the comments below with your top 3 Nintendo games. You can even do a franchise in there and be like Nagachaka, because why not? We do whatever we want
Your
anyways.
favorite experience.
Yeah, experience.
Go right
But
ahead.
follow us on Discord. That is where we have all the fun. That's where the questions come from. Definitely be a part of the community, because that's just where it all starts, is there.
That's right. Thanks, everybody. Love you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget to check out our awesome Nintendo Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, where you'll unlock all sorts of exclusive content like the Nintendo Drive post show. Links to everything are in the description. See you next week!